Hello, everybody, and welcome to Radiant Love's Love Talk. My name is Angel D. Thomas, and I am the founder and CEO of Radiant Love. Radiant Love was established in 2017. Radiant Love exemplifies the beauty of boldness, power, boldness, and self-confidence. I just want to encourage everyone to be the best version of themselves. Radiant Love also has an online boutique, which can be found at radiant-love.com. That's radiant-love.com. Y'all follow me on Instagram at radiantlove_. That's on Instagram. I just want to, again, encourage everyone to be the best version of themselves. Y'all be bold, be beautiful, be you. So Love Talk is just a platform that I created to shine light on kings and queens. On this platform, I would just invite different guests and we would talk about different things. We would share knowledge. We will gain knowledge. On this platform, I want us to just relate, inspire. I want to inspire y'all. I want the guests to inspire y'all. And I just want everyone to just let their radiant light shine. So tonight our guest is Charlie Draughter.
Hey, what's up?
Oh my goodness, I am so excited that you're here.
I know, I'm excited too. And look, y'all can do the comments and just cover up my face. That's absolutely fine with me.
No, we need to see you. We haven't seen you in forever.
What's
Charlie,
going on?
I am just so happy that you're here. I had to reach out to Chelsea to get you, and we got you. Yes.
Absolutely. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I actually made the Instagram this morning for this. So I really want to say thank you for allowing me to, I guess share my story and be a part of your journey and be a part of this great thing. So thank you very much,
You are so welcome. So we just going to jump right on in. Charlie, I am just so excited that I just have to keep saying that.
Come on, I'm excited. Let's go.
Okay. So y'all, this is Charlie Draughter. Charlie just recently graduated from law school, and we're going to just talk about his journey through law school. So I'm going to just tell y'all a little bit about Charlie. Charlie Draughter has always been the life of the party and wants to succeed in everything that he does. Charlie has always possessed leadership qualities that excelled through high school and beyond. From him being voted Mr. Edna Carr, maintaining the position of the student body president, being awarded the PASE scholarship, assisting applicants with applications while in Costa Rica, to attend school in the U.S., he also helped edit a PhD thesis while in China and assisted someone from Thailand to get into school and also a program while he was in China. And that person actually received a scholarship because the help of Charlie. So he has, like I said, he just completed law school and he's here to just share his journey with us. So welcome, Charlie. Welcome,
thank you very much. Oh, my bad.
So I said earlier that you were awarded. Oh, it's okay. So earlier I said you were awarded the PASE scholarship. You attended Tulane University in New Orleans, Louisiana. And for anyone who doesn't know what the PASE scholarship is, it's a foundation that identifies and recruits and trains individuals with extraordinary leadership potential. They give a full tuition scholarship to the PASE scholars, and they get to choose from the schools that they're connected with, that the PASE Foundation is connected with. So Charlie was awarded that award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what impact did being awarded the PASE scholarship have on you?
I mean, I think it really helped me out a lot in terms of having a support system and understanding the matriculation from high school to college and stuff like that. So it really did establish this network of people, like-minded people who, everybody have their own story and situations and circumstances that they go through. And we all kind of came together, my posse, the people are part of my posse, but there were also other students in posse, who were there before us from Los Angeles and stuff like that, at Tulane anyway. And so it just kind of gave this overwhelming amount of support and preparation for college or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's about. It's really about just having a support system and making sure that everybody in the posse, as many people as possible, actually finish and follow through and everything like that. So
oh wait, sorry.
Oh no, you got it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So the PASE, they prepare you for college, and high school, they prepare you for college. But you never really know until you get there what you're gonna go through. So you actually didn't really know what to expect when you got there, and a lot of things you didn't know. You didn't know that you can change your classes or you can change your majors. So what ways, in your opinion, can high school better prepare students for college?
So I think high school can better prepare students for college based on, or like just logistically, you know, like, all right, so you will have the option to choose such and such a class, or you'll have a lot more discretion and flexibility in your schedule. You know, you have to be a little bit more disciplined because nobody's going to tell you need to go to school, you know, or do this assignment and stuff like that. Not that people were really telling us that in high school, you know what I'm saying? But it's just I would say that would be one of the main things. And then a lot of stuff that happens in like after school programs in terms of like, you know, sometimes people have the students who make the 22 and the 24 and the 32 on the ACT in these programs, and they're like, all right, we want y'all to go to Stanford. I mean, they have the scores to do so. But at the same time, there should be more attention, I feel anyway, given to students who actually are just as passionate as the person with the 24 or 25 or 36, but who scores the 16 or the 17. You know what I'm saying? It seems like those students seem to be kind of the attention. They don't get as much attention or as much help, you know, as people who seem a bit more promising. Not saying, I don't want to put it like that, but you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, 100%.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
I definitely get what you're saying. So Nelson Mandela actually said, it always seems impossible until it's done. And I don't know if you realize it or not, but you completed over 20 years of schooling straight. 20 years of schooling. From 1st to 12th grade, that's 12 years. And before that, you got pre-K and kindergarten, so that's 14 years. And then you did 4 years of undergrad and 3 years of law school. Charlie, that's
you gassing me up. You need to stop. Go ahead.
That is, and you did it straight. You did it straight. So how are you able to stay motivated to complete an additional 7 years of schooling after graduation?
Okay, so, I mean, honestly, like I said, I had a lot of support through this entire journey. You know, of course, my family supported me. My sisters, they sent me all kind of quotes and stuff like that. You know, my brother, he like actually showed up to one of my trials. He was my witness for a project that I had and stuff like that. So I had the support from my family, even down to friends from high school, people, you know, just saying, Charlie, we watching you, good job, bro. You know, people came to my graduation and all this other kind of stuff. Posse, you know, they supported me and everything like that. So it really was just the support that I had and people really just behind me, you know, motivating me and, you know, making me feel like I could do it. That was one factor. Another factor is the fact that I'm not the only person who's going through it. I'm not the only person, you know, there are people who's going to do it. If that makes sense. There are people who have, you know, better circumstances that I have who have done it. There are people who have worse circumstances who have done it. So at the end of the day, I just have to do my part. And I think with the combination of the support that I received and, you know, just things happening around me and me being able to witness people struggling, but then to make it at the end was just like, all right, Charlie, we got this. Let's just keep rolling. You know what I'm saying? So
kudos to that support system. I was cheering for you. I didn't know where
Absolutely.
I knew you was in law school. I was cheering for you, and I'm just so happy. It really, really, really makes me happy to see that you completed it. You did it.
Yeah,
and I know
really
everybody, if
that.
the comments was on, everybody would be hollering, yes, Charlie, because we love Charlie. We always been rooting for you.
I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. You majored in philosophy with a minor in political science.
Right.
You knew that you either wanted to be a doctor, an engineer, or a lawyer.
Right.
Your sophomore year, you decided that you wanted to go to law school after, you know, you graduated. So what was the most challenging part of law school? Because I heard law school is not for the weak, it's not for the faint, strong-minded. You need that support. So what was the most challenging thing, and how were you able to overcome that?
Okay, so law school is different because of the competitive nature. So it's like you're in the class with all of these people, and only so many people can get an A, so many people can get a B. You know, somebody's gonna have to get the D or the C or whatever, you know. And so you build these allies, relationships with people, and everybody's trying to do well and stuff like that. But, nobody knows anything, but everybody's acting like they know everything and all this other kind of stuff. So it's just the environment, first of all, is challenging because it's something, it was just different from any other experience that I had anyway. But then you begin to find your way, then you get through the first year or the first semester or whatever, and then new students come in, and then I found myself giving advice and stuff like that, so it gets better with that. But then it's this pressure of, okay, you have to find a job, and do you want to work in a law firm? Do you want to work in it's all it is. It's just a lot of pressure. I think that's what it is. And I think that if you can just stay grounded, you know what I'm saying? And remember, go back to your source and remember, I've gone through things and I've overcome those things to get me to this point. So now I just need to go back to my foundation so that I can make it to the next point. I feel like you can get through it, but the most challenging part is the pressure, not only from within the law school, but also, you have family who like, oh, you're about to be a lawyer. Well, and it ain't even all that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, I really don't even know if I just passed this test. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So it's just getting through all of this new way of thinking, this new culture, all of these different people. Then on top of that, you have people who are older people, put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because some people don't go straight through, so it's just a completely different adjustment, but it's one that is possible for anybody,
And I was reading today on leadership, and one of the things they said a good quality of a leader is knowing how to handle things under pressure. So that's what really, in my opinion, drove you too, because you're a great leader. You have always been a leader, and you know how to handle
Come on
things.
now, you just chill.
You know how to handle things under pressure. So that's really what helped you a lot too. And you said you gave, as you were excelling, you gave advice to the younger people coming in. So what advice could you give anyone considering law school or anybody in law school?
Okay, so I would give them this advice. And I would just say, there's a poem, Hey Black Child, County Cullen, and it says, be what you can be, learn what you must learn, do what you must do. Tomorrow your nation will be what you want it to be. And I think that is apparent across the board, whether you're going to law school, whether you want to be a chef, whether you want to do fashion merchandising, if you're a student, whatever you're doing, just do what you can do and learn what you must learn. You know what I'm saying? And just do your part, and everything else is going to fall into place because you playing your position. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's sports or whatever it is. So that would be my advice. Just do your part and know that you have the ability and capabilities of doing it. There's nothing there's somebody said, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right, and that's just what it is. So you got to get your mind right, know that you can do it, and then just go do it,
Yes, whatever you put your mind to, you can do it.
Absolutely.
So you deleted all your social media accounts. I think the last thing I saw you post was, I'm about to take an exam. And I never heard about Charlie having a social media account again. I was like, what happened to Charlie? Where is Charlie?
Did he pass the exam?
Did you pass the exam?
Barely.
So when it comes to social media, and social media is a big thing nowadays, it's front and center of everything. So when it comes to social media, what were your reasonings for choosing not to display your life online?
So I deleted my social media, honestly, firstly, to just get more discipline, you know what I'm saying? And to really focus on law school and what I was faced with and making those adjustments and stuff like that. And then as I started talking to people and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not on social media, it became this conversation piece. And people are like, what, you're not on social media? And I'm like, I didn't think it was a big deal, but I'm like, no, I'm not on social media, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, did you delete the app? I'm like, I deleted the account, you know what I'm saying? Waited the 45 days on Facebook or whatever, however long it was. But it helped me develop more interpersonal skills because I can sit down and I feel like I can have a conversation with people pretty much about anything, you know what I mean? And I think that social media kind of stifled that ability in a sense, because you can scroll and see what people are doing and people will post how they feeling or what they want you to think they feel and that kind of thing. So that's why I kind of stayed off of it, because of the effects that it was having. I had more time and all this other kind of stuff. But then I started like missing out on a lot of things because it is the modern thing, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So I think now there's this balance. I mean, like I said, I created this account this morning, and then I messed up. I posted the picture twice. I posted the same picture twice. And then one of my friend brothers was like, "Dawg, you posted the picture twice. You got to delete one." So I'm like, "Oh Lord," you know. So, you know, it's just staying with the times and stuff like that, and being more wise, and just like, again, that discipline, you know. So that's why I got off it for discipline, and I'm back on it, and we're gonna see how this works and all this other kind of stuff. So
welcome back to us.
Thank you. What's popping?
We need to get with the times when it comes to posting. You don't post twice, Charlie.
I know. Lord have mercy. You tap twice. You don't post twice. I got
right,
you. I
right.
got you.
So I just want to get into a little bit of the traveling that you did, because you did travel.
Yeah.
And during your undergrad, you did 2 weeks in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
6 weeks in Costa Rica. And during law school, you actually lived in China for 4 months. That is amazing. Wow.
Yeah, it was nice.
So how would you describe the cultures? Because I know it's completely different.
Yeah.
And how are you able to adapt when it comes to like language barriers and just the culture in general? How are you able to adapt?
Okay, so the adaptation. I was able to adapt because, so, dang, I'm trying to figure out how to answer this question. And it's not even that. Okay, so the cultures are different because in Costa Rica, actually the cultures are kind of the same. Everybody has their own distinct culture. Everybody has their way of doing things, but like the general consensus and like what everybody needs is like food, water, and shelter. You know what I'm saying? So people do what they have to do to survive, essentially. In terms of culture, though, in Costa Rica, I learned that, you know how we say like, go to America, I'm American, and you know, that kind of thing. No, you have North America, South America, Central America, and all that. You have the Americas, and the people in Costa Rica taught me that they too are American. You know what I'm saying? And when we say, and people from the U.S. and North America kind of isolate or ostracize them in a sense, we do ostracize them in a sense when we say, oh, American, referring to this state. So that was just something, a cultural thing that I learned while I was in Costa Rica. The importance of just language and knowing what you're saying and what we say actually does have true meaning and stuff like that. You know what I mean? In Germany, I learned that people of different ethnicities and different backgrounds and stuff like that, we can actually peacefully coexist. While I was out there, I went to this park, and there were like people from like England, people from Jamaica, people from all different countries in Africa, and everybody was just enjoying themselves. We were talking. It was at a park, you know, everybody knew each other, whatever. And stuff like that. So that's what I learned in Germany. So that's what I learned out there. And then culturally in China, I honestly learned more about people from other countries' fascination with us. You know what I'm saying? People from the US. Yeah, I mean, I was the only person from the US on the program in China. So I stayed in this international dorm, and of course I met Chinese people, but where I lived, there were people from all over Asia, all over Africa, all over the Middle East, you know, so from all over the Eastern Hemisphere. So I was like fascinated to know that they were so intrigued by learning just about me. And not even just me, you know, just our people, you know what I'm saying? Because they would ask general questions. It wouldn't just, they read stuff online, and, you know, they watch movies, and they're like, are all black people like this? Are all people like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I was in a position where I was able to advocate for us, but also receive the glory that people, you know what I'm saying? Not even and I mean that in the most humble way. You know what I mean? I mean that in the most humble way. I mean it in the sense that we really are something to talk about. We are the kings and queens that you are trying to promote. You know what I'm saying? That is who we are. And that is how we are perceived outside of the borders of this country. You know what I mean? And so I think that that was one of the most pivotal and life-changing experiences that I had culturally in China. Now, in terms of like the language barrier and living out there and stuff like that, so there was we didn't have Google, and I didn't have Wi-Fi. I had to get a new phone and all this other kind of stuff. So I actually had to go out, and before I left, I had to go use Bing. I never used Bing, but you know, I hope they don't feel any type of way or whatever. But I never used Bing. But I had to eventually translate what I wanted to say into the characters that they use, and then I had to show it to like the taxi driver, and I would have to just pray that we knew what we had that understanding, you know.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, so I just started, like I would ride the bus, and then I would just try to start having a conversation with the people on the bus. And at first, like the first thing I learned was like, hello, ni hao. So I was people, I'm sorry, my phone said 10%. I had to follow right quick. But anyway, so I would speak to them, and we would engage in, you know, they couldn't understand what they understood what I was saying, but then I couldn't understand what they were saying. So then I had to just keep practicing, and eventually I was able to actually start understanding what they were saying, eventually learn the language. I'm not fluent by any means, but, you know, I can survive in China if I need to, you know. And so that was a whole nother thing, what I said about learn what you must learn, you know, do what you must do. Those were things that were just triggering in my head. It's just like, Charlie, you gotta make it, bro. You can actually do this. You can actually learn. And then once you start really learning, you're like, oh, let me go learn something else. You know what I'm saying? So being in those different countries, it really helped me appreciate life outside of the United States, I guess. But it also helped me appreciate life within the United States, because there are a lot of things that we do take for granted, you know, just in being here and stuff like that, or that are taken for granted. I say it like that, you know. So these were all experiences that I am truly grateful for, and to be able to come back and share it, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So I would encourage everybody. I think every single person needs to, after we finish with our love talk, go work on your passport application, get a passport, and let's get out the country. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, that's my whole spiel on that.
Yeah, so y'all, like you said, y'all get y'all passports. I recently just got mine. And just a fun fact about me, I actually lived in Costa Rica, Venezuela.
Wow.
When I was young. It was like from 4 months to 4 years old, I lived over there. Spanish was my first language.
Wow.
I don't know it now. My parents fluently speak Spanish. I'm going to learn it again. And I do have my passport from when I was a little baby. I was in my mama's arms. But I do have one now. I just recently got one. So we about to put some stamps in those books.
Stamp it up, baby. Where we going?
Yes. So we usually, the question that's usually asked is, what advice would you give your younger self? But I want to ask you, what did the younger Charlie see the current Charlie doing career-wise?
The younger Charlie saw the older Charlie, or the career Charlie. Honestly, so my dream, my aspiration has always been to become a United States Supreme Court Justice. So I haven't lost sight of that vision, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes things happen where that's not what I'm aspiring to be. But that has always been, every time I start forgetting it, in a sense, it comes back, and I'm like, all right, Charlie, let's keep rolling until we get there, you know? So now I want to be the Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. But, you know, I honestly want to just do whatever God would have me to do, you know what I'm saying? Whatever my position and my role is. But as a young Charlie, it was always, all right, I want to be a U.S. Supreme Court Justice, you know?
And those glasses are giving me those vibes.
Oh, Lord. I was like, dang, should I take my glasses out?
No, don't take them off. Don't take them off.
I'm going to be like squinting. Oh, Lord.
So what's next for Charlie?
What's next for Charlie? All right, so right now, so I just took the bar, so we're waiting for our bar results and stuff like that to see if I'm actually going to be a lawyer. So while that's pending, I actually recently got engaged.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, my beautiful fiance, her name's Kadia. Kadia Amari, soon to be Draughter. Woo woo.
Yes.
I was gonna say we in the process of planning that, but she's kind of in the process of planning that. So, we're just getting ready for the wedding. We just moved out here to Lake Charles. We both got jobs and stuff like that out here. So we kind of, now that school is over, now that 20-year school stretch is done, I kind of want to enjoy living a little bit, you know, spending time with Kadia and, you know, just us establishing our thing and doing our thing, you know what I'm saying, and that kind of thing. So that's next for me right now, and then we'll just see what else God has in the plan.
I can't stop smiling. I'm so happy, Charlie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh,
I really appreciate that. Thank you, Angel.
I'm just so happy for you. So,
Angel, you have the most perfect teeth, bro. Oh my God. I'm sorry. That is just, you glowing. Go ahead.
Thank you. So my philosophy is be bold, be beautiful, be you. I literally say it all day. I have it posted everywhere, and I encourage it. So what is the philosophy that you stand on and live by?
Honestly, I have so many. It just depends on the circumstance, to be honest. Like, I have to remind myself of different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I went abroad, it was, you know, remember, the Lord is going before you. You know what I'm saying? He will, you know, he will protect you. He won't leave you or forsake you. Sometimes bad things happen, or things seemingly bad. You got to remind yourself all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called for his purpose. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the situation, you know. Better to be patient than powerful, you know. Better to have self-control than to conquer a city. That kind of stuff. So, it's not all biblical. It's, you know, biblical. It could be our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So it just depends on what's going on. Sometimes I just have to motivate myself. Like I said, Hey Black Child, that's the poem that I always reference, you know. Do you know who you are? You know, you got to remind yourself, you know, and I guess that's a form of like self-love or whatever. But, you know, I don't have that one.
Right.
One. You know what I'm saying?
So how are you feeling right now? What philosophy are you feeling right now at this moment?
I'm just grateful, man. You know, if I could quote that, I'm just grateful, man.
I'm just grateful. Yes.
You know,
yes.
I'm just grateful. So, and I'm humbled, you know, I really, truly, for real, I really appreciate you, first of all, for even inviting me and thinking of me and thinking so much of me to, you know, feature me on your Love Talk, to be a part of your journey, because you about to boom, you know, you booming already. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. I'm grateful. Like I said, I had friends from high school come to my graduation from college and law school. People are following me on Instagram, you know, and excited to do so and all this other kind of stuff. So, you know, I am truly humbled. I'm truly grateful. And, you know, I'm ready to get to work and do everything I've been in school for and stuff like that. But I'm ready to start getting to work. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes,
you know, that's my whole, you know.
So I want to open up the floor to you. I'm going to turn the comments on because I know they all shouting for joy in the comments. And I just want you to just tell us some things that you have, you know, just tell us. The floor is open to you. Whatever's on your heart. Comment too.
I don't really know what to say, but I'm gonna just say, you know, one, I really want to say thank you again, Angel. I think that you truly are an angel. I think that God really does place angels, you know, on this place. So I think that your name fits you perfectly. I thank God and everything, you know, and if I could, I feel like I'm on like TV or something, you know. I'm about to make it dramatic. I just want to thank just everybody, honestly, again, who supported me, my frat brothers, you know what I'm saying? People who have struggled with me, people who have been there to just clap for me at the finish line, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. And like I said, there's really nothing in this whole world that you cannot do we are kings and queens, and it really is time to start living as such. And that doesn't mean that we're just walking around with these royalties and feeling ourselves, because a king and a queen, they sit on the throne when it's, time to get what the people need, understand what the people need. But the majority of the time, they're out in the field working and making sure that everything is taken care of. And that's what a king does, and that's what a queen does. And so I think that if we embrace that and we, push each other and respect each other as such, then I think that we have a fighting chance in this world. So that's my 1-2. And Angel, again, thank you so very, very much.
So I just want to say, Charlie, thank you so much. You don't understand how much you being on here means to me. I'm so glad you got an Instagram again. Hopefully you don't delete it. Everybody was just in the comments saying, go Charlie. They're so happy for you. They're so proud of you. And like we have always been rooting for you, Charlie, we are going to continue rooting for you and your queen, because it's two of y'all now. Yes.
Absolutely.
So I just want to tell you thank you. Tell your fiance thank you. And we love you so much, Charlie.
I absolutely love y'all too. And thank you very much, Angel.
You're welcome. And I just want to tell you, tell them what's your Instagram, Charlie.
Oh, so it's Charlie Whop 12. That's Charlie WHOP 12.
That's right. Charlie Whop 12. So y'all, like I said, I don't know where Love Talk is gonna go, but I am preparing myself for something big.
You better
continue to just get these blessings. Y'all just continue to please support me. I love constructive criticism. I just love growing. So Charlie, we are going to have a sit-down interview soon one day.
Okay.
I'm claiming it.
Absolutely. Look, I'm only 2 hours from you. You know what I'm saying? So let's make it happen.
Yes, we definitely gonna make that happen. So y'all just continue to be bold, be beautiful, be y'all. Y'all follow Charlie. Y'all follow me. And I want to say happy birthday to my baby sister Tyra. She
woo, woo! Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, Tyra. I love you.
That's what's up. Happy birthday.
Thank you. So thank y'all. Y'all have a great night. And thank you, Charlie.